Just replace the control board in a GE Profile Arctic side-by-side fridge MN, PSS 25 mho. The old one just quit working. I have the new on in and it is flashing 000 on both left and right readouts. I have cycled the power but it still does not reset to allow control of the temps. Thoughts?
Hello, my name is I will be assisting you. I think you're in diagnostic mode, give me just a few minutes to get you out of it. I think you're in diagnostic mode, give me just a few minutes to get you out of it. To enter self-diagnostic mode, both temperature control panel displays must be illuminated. A display can be illuminated by pressing an adjacent temperature adjustment button. When both displays are illuminated, set the freezer and refrigerator temperature settings to 5. Simultaneously press and hold all 4 temperature adjustment buttons for approximately 3 seconds. A flashing 0 in the refrigerator and freezer displays will indicate that the refrigerator is in self-diagnostic mode. To perform a self-diagnostic test, locate the test in Table 2, Diagnostic Tests. For temperature control panels with single-digit displays, the colder temperature adjustment button will increment the numbers up and the warmer temperature adjustment button will increment the numbers down. Use the freezer temperature adjustment buttons to enter the test code number in the freezer display. Use the refrigerator temperature adjustment buttons to enter the test code number in the refrigerator display. When a test code has been entered, the displays will flash to confirm the test. Press the hold button for 3 seconds to begin the test. For temperature control panels with 3-digit displays, the colder temperature adjustment button will increment the numbers down and the warmer temperature adjustment button will increment the numbers up. Use the freezer temperature adjustment buttons to enter the test code number in the freezer display. Use the refrigerator temperature adjustment buttons to enter the test code number in the refrigerator display. When a test code has been entered, the displays will flash to confirm the test code. Press any button other than a temperature adjust button to begin the test. When testing has been completed, do one of the following things. Enter code 15 to completely reset the system. Enter code 16 to exit diagnostic mode. The temperature control panel is reset automatically. Unplug the refrigerator for at least 10 seconds. Test mode will terminate when the refrigerator is plugged back in. Test mode will terminate automatically after 15 minutes of inactivity.
What are the test table numbers?
If you need a code to use, you can use 0 in the freezer display and 2 in the fresh food display. Then you should be able to follow the steps above to exit that mode. Barry.
Not working. I put 000 in freezer and 222 in fresh food. Push one of the other buttons to start the test. Then I put 111 in freezer and 666 in fresh food and push one of the buttons. Then unplugged the fridge for 30 seconds. Plugged it back in and it read 555 on both displays. I can set the temp.
You have to follow the steps above exactly to the letter. Use the code 0 for the freezer and 2 in the fresh food. You posted 9 minutes and 40 seconds after I did so. You did not wait 15 minutes. Not saying this is the only thing you did wrong, it's one I can see. Please follow the steps. Barry.
The system will not allow for a one-digit entry. If you push the colder button in increments and 3-digit numbers, the directions say that it will automatically terminate in 15 minutes. Can't I manually reset using the 1-6 code?
Can you get a 1 on the freezer and a 6 on the fresh food? If you can, yes, you should be able to exit. Now that you mention it, I believe if you leave it alone 15 minutes it should terminate out of that mode automatically. I am still reading the service manual, but I believe that is correct. Barry.
I have 3-digit display readouts, so I can enter diagnostic, get 000 in freezer, and 000 in fresh food mode. They are flashing. I wanted to reset the system, so I put in 111 in the freezer and 555 in the fresh food. Then I push one of the central buttons, like how it describes, to activate a test sequence. Bit the way I get P response on the freezer display. Then I set 1-6 to exit the diag mode, and I am stuck with 555 and 555. I should be reading the actual temps in the 2 compartments.
You are so close. That P means pass. The test I gave you the code for, 0 to 2, is for communication between the main board and the control you are changing. Do everything just like you did it and skip the 1 to 5. Do not reset. Barry.
OK, reset into 00 mode, then 1 to 6 mode, pushed one of the center buttons, it flashed and the displays went out. I shut the door, and when I open it again the displays read 555 on both.
Try this. Press both of the refrigerator temperature adjust keys must be pressed simultaneously for 3 seconds. This can be done at any time to exit the test. Barry.
Where do we stand?
That last test was to exit the control panel test. GE made one book for all the PSS, GSS, 22, 24, 25 and 27 models. There are thousands of them, granted not all of them are different, but it's a lot of information to try and pick through. I am really sorry for the confusion. Last one I can find that might apply. I think you should be able to do the last step and exit. This test applies only to the temperature control board inside the fresh food compartment. When the temperature control panel self-test is initiated, all of the LEDs and numerical segments in the displays will illuminate. When the Safe Thaw button is pushed, all 3 LEDs for Safe Thaw should turn off. When the Quick Chill button is pressed, all 3 LEDs for the Quick Chill should turn off. Continue this process for each LED/button pair on the display. The colder key is to turn off 7 segment LEDs. The warmer key is to turn off the set LED for both the freezer and the fresh food compartments. To exit the temperature control panel self-test, both of the refrigerator temperature adjust keys must be pressed simultaneously for 3 seconds. This can be done at any time to exit the test.
Look, the tests are working. By the way, the TCP self-test was mode 06. What is not working is that the display is not showing the temp in the freezer or the fresh food. I checked 10 test, damper, 1 test, fan speed motor, the 1 pre-chill test, the 1 defrost. I got 1 to exit test mode. Then unplug the fridge for 10 seconds to reset the memory. I plug it in the display show 555/. Any other thoughts?
No, I will opt out. I have nothing more. Maybe another tech does. Be sure to click accept for the tech that helps you. Barry.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert, now visit justanswer.com/YTHI.